Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I want to show you something that is not really light or really this point with bulbs, but it will definitely have something to do with bulbs. Now I want to show you a rare physics toy called the Tesla Coil. The Tesla Coil is an invention invented by Nikola Tesla, therefore the name Tesla Coil. And I want to first make sure that you understand the danger that this opposes, and then we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. So the first thing to note is that this, obviously as it is a high voltage generator, that the primary and secondary is auto-tuned by the fact that the primary is tuned to the secondary, so the resonance is always pretty much there, so it's a pretty good circuit. Now I can also detach the secondary, and I can also insert a different probe here, but for the beginning I will let off this probe. Then I'm going to show you an iron windmill. Now the first concern is that this is high voltage, but it will not shock you. That's very important to know about these Tesla coils, as due to the skin conductor, as this has very high frequency. I wouldn't say around, well, it's not like radio frequency, so not around 100. I would say maybe around 10 megahertz or so. And this will not shock, it will not simulate your nerves, which is good, but the plasma will definitely burn your fingers, so do not touch the plasma, very important, or anything flammable, it will burn, or even plastic, in this case it will melt and burn. Now there are electromagnetic fields that are produced by the Tesla coil. Now there are also high voltage, so do not put any sort of devices too close to it, or you will mess with the electronics. And now a little concern that you should also know, it's, however, let's just say not that bad, it's just not in a lot of amount, is the fact that the plasma created generates some UV. It's small, it is however noticeable as you take a paper and put it behind the plasma so it doesn't burn. You're going to see it's actually blue, even though this Tesla coil has two LEDs and it's harder, but I also have a UV marker and I tested, but it's a little bit too faint for the camera to really pick it up. Now these are the concerns, and I'm going to switch it on. Now the audio jack that comes in this kit is so that you can listen to some music for the art. That's awesome, but this is a little bit too faint to the noise, so with the camera it might be a little bit too harsh. I'm not going to be able to show you in this video, for example, but it's not that loud, I'm pretty sure you can imagine. So let's see. I'm going to turn all of the lights in my room off, and I'm going to switch it on. Okay, so now I made it dark, so let's turn it on. Okay, if this happens, don't worry, just take a piece of metal, and there you go. Now you can see the plasma in the top of the discharge needle, and now I want to show you something very interesting. I'll be right back. Now you might know already about my plug-in fluorescent lamp, and Tesla coils are actually known for exciting gases like neon or argon, and in this example we pretty much can see that this is literally lighting the plug-in fluorescent lamp wirelessly. Now obviously it's not too far, but still this is purely wireless. It only works for lamps that have gas in it, like plug-in fluorescent lamps or neon tubes. this is cool. Okay, so now I'm going to take a spiral fluorescent lamp. Well, let me see if I got spiral. Awesome. Well, this is actually a very good way to test if the lamp isn't broken and the gases haven't escaped. Now I have a little neon bulb here. You can see that it lights up. I have a few of these blue neons, and they're awesome. Now this works with any color, but for example I have here blue. Even though it's not very far, it's still pretty awesome. And you can just hold it, the leg in one hand, and there you go. That's pretty awesome. One of my favorite things about Tesla coils are the fact that this looks like magic. But this is the magic of physics. Now recently I've posted a video about the Pullman CFL, and as you can expect, they will light up. Again, pretty awesome. You can just use a lamp. Who thought ever caring about the base that it has? But obviously this draws way more energy than this lamp actually needs to light up. And even Mercury Vapor, I have here a Mercury Vapor bulb. This is not a self-ballast, this is a normal Mercury Vapor bulb, and as you can see the tube there lighting up. That is very awesome. If I put it with the base, it pretty much is the same effect. That is really awesome. Now you can actually really see very good the Mercury arc tube. I'll also try it with a self-ballasted one. Now I have a self-ballasted one that I've already shown you in other video, and it just lights well dimmer because this is a 160 watt self-ballasted Mercury Vapor, and the other one was 120 watt. So pretty awesome to see this in action. Awesome. Now one important thing that I will also have to tell you is that this makes ozone, and ozone is not very toxic, but at best just don't use it a lot of time. Just use it for an experiment, but trust me, don't run it for too long. That were also noticeable, as for example I now turn the Tesla coil off, I smell the ozone. Some even describe it as burnt air, which is funny. Now in the case that your Tesla coil doesn't start with plasma, I have here a little iron rod. I'm going to just start it. Now as I said already, due to the skin conductor effect, I can literally hold an iron piece and it will not shock me. Now I also have a cold cathode lamp, and even this lights up. Very nice. Now very interesting that I really haven't yet seen, that I didn't expect, are LEDs. Really, LEDs. Okay, this is fun, but it has to do with the fact that it has here a metal piece and it's picking up the radiation. This is awesome. I mean, it's literally a LED and works along the electromagnetic field. That is very, very awesome. So apparently even LEDs can be wirelessly powered. That's awesome. Now I also want to show you an incandescent bulb, and in fact it also works. Now this is however due to the fact that also incandescents are sometimes filled with a inert gas orb, so a noble gas. This is also awesome, and you can also test therefore to see which bulb literally. For example, I have here a neon bulb, neon flicker bulb, and this is actually how you would see neon. Yeah, this bulb is literally like a little like container of neon. Well, it seems like the whole bulb is actually filled only with neon. This is awesome. Now, as you can see, the plasma disappears because I'm taking the energy, so that voltage drops and then drops so much that the plasma will just disappear. That's also something to know. Also, if I bring my hand, it will lower because my hand is also picking up the energy, electromagnetic field, to do parasitic capacitance, and therefore I'm also taking the energy, and I'm not actually really using it anywhere. Now, by the way, I said not all bulbs are filled with argon or any, so you might even have one in the vacuum. It will not work with halogen, and not all LEDs will really respond to this. I have here an LED that doesn't work, and therefore depends on the driver. But that's also interesting about the Tesla. Now I will change the probe to iron windmill. So let's see that. Okay, so now you can see that this is actually not what it seems like. The iron windmill is only spinning because the air expands because of the heat, as gases expand with heat, and therefore it pushes the windmill here, the little wire, and propels it in front, as it can anyway only go this way. So that's interesting. You can also listen to music while this is on, which is fun, but I will probably recommend you better to use the traditional dish edge needle. That will work better. So to sum it up, you can use a Tesla coil to literally make music with arcs. You can test bulbs. You can play with plasma. Tesla coils are pretty fun, and I shall say that each lab should maybe have one of these if you are really interested in one. Now, there are sizes, and that's very important also. I'm not going to cover this in this video, but there are small versions, and obviously you can think the price. What's the price for a Tesla coil? So this is the price. The price for this one is around $40 or more, and this one costed $4. I will, however, show in another video how that performs. Now you actually get decent quality. It really has a very nice aesthetic look. Another experiment that I will tell you is that you can literally transfer sound using the electromagnetic fields with a transistor to amplify the signal, the electromagnetic signal in this case, and you can literally play music. It will be a weak signal still, so you might even use a computer or some sort of amplifier to amplify that, and you actually have sound. And depending on the coil and the driver's quality, it might actually have good quality. You might actually even be astonished to see that literally good quality, not bad. I can tell you that from my experience, this is a pretty good coil, pretty good Tesla coil, and I have always fun trying something new with it, seeing what gases react. You can see what gases, especially detecting sometimes if fluorescent systems work without actually their enclosure or balance. Sometimes a bit tricky, so you can't really plug them. I don't think someone has always somewhere balance to plug in the lamps remotely. So this is pretty good to test if the lamp works, and you can even reach its maximum brightness only with using this. But as I said already, this will draw more power than the lamp will probably ever need, as most of the electromagnetic fields are wasted anyway, and as you can see there's still plasma, so that is still, it's not a waste, it's the intention. LEDs will not work unless they have some sort of antenna that picks up, and then you might have, for better performance, actually touch the other end. Do not, however, take LEDs, do not put them in there. They actually might arc from their glass to your fingers and it will burn, and you will damage the diode itself. And as I said, all gas filled discharge or not discharge will react with this. Now this has one side, so this is a high voltage generator, but this has one side still. As you saw, gases work. So for a Tesla Coil, this is pretty awesome, and I would recommend you if you want to buy it or not. I think it's pretty cool. So if you are interested and you have a question, just leave a comment and I will try to answer. If you like this video, give it a like and hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified when I make a new video. This was it. I see you next time. Bye bye.